Estimated cost and operating data for 3 companies for the upcoming year appear below, along with the allocation basis for computing predetermined overhead rates. Compute the predetermined overhead rate for each company. Recall our predetermined overhead rate is simply our estimated overhead cost divided by an estimated activity level. For Company X, they're allocating overhead on the basis of direct labor hours, and Company X will have a predetermined overhead rate of $6.70. This is our estimated overhead cost of $536,000 divided by our estimated 80,000 direct labor hours. Company Y allocates overhead on the basis of machine hours and will have an overhead rate of $4.50 per machine hour, which is calculated by taking our $315,000 in estimated overhead cost divided by the 70,000 in estimated machine hours. Company Z allocates overhead on the basis of direct material cost, and it will have a predetermined overhead rate of $1.60 per direct material dollar. This is found by taking the estimated overhead cost of $480,000 and dividing it by our $300,000 in estimated direct material cost. Assume Company X works on 3 jobs during the upcoming year. Direct labor hours recorded by job are as follows. Job 418 has 12,000 direct labor hours. Job 419 has 36,000 direct labor hours, and Job 420 has 30,000 direct labor hours. Compute the total amount of manufacturing overhead applied to work in process during the period, and if actual overhead costs are $530,000, will overhead be over or under applied, and by how much? Let's begin by calculating the amount of overhead applied for Job 418. That will be $80,400. We calculate this by taking our predetermined overhead rate from Part 1 above of $6.70 per direct labor hour and multiplying it by the 12,000 direct labor hours. Job 419 will have $241,200 in overhead assigned, which is our $6.70 per direct labor hour predetermined overhead rate multiplied by our 36,000 direct labor hours. Job 420 will have $201,000 in overhead assigned. This is our predetermined overhead rate of $6.70 per direct labor hour multiplied by 30,000 direct labor hours. The total overhead then applied to work in process will be $522,600.